Yes, a very good morning to all of you. Am I audible and visible over there? A very good morning to all of you. Harsha or Harshit is there. Sashi Ram, I think he has already messaged. Am I audible and visible over there? Kindly respond. Satyavati, hi. Kavita. All okay. Yes, a very good morning to all of you. All of you had your breakfast there at home? Yes, Srimai. Hi, beta. No. And did we come back to that preparation mode or not? I'm absolutely fine, Shravanti. Absolutely fine. Shruti. Hi, beta. Okay, without any further delay, I think we have started off. See, the thing is, slowly and eventually we'll come on to the main topics here. But the thing is, whatever is being taught now, that will be building your, basic fundamental. And those all things are important as far as your subject is concerned later on. Right? So in the last class, what we did, I'll be randomly asking the, the element, you have to tell me the symbol from whatever we have learned last class. Okay, just type in there. S and P block element. Yeah. Okay, I'm asking the name of the element. You just type the symbol over there, and after that, just 5 minutes exercise, and after that, kind of just like a warm-up exercise you can think of, and then we'll go back to the whatever we have to read today. Okay. If I ask you symbol of astatin, symbol of astatin. Harshit has written AS. See, Kavita has written SN. No, beta. Harshini AS. See, majority of you have written AS. Still, few of you have written AT, which is correct. Can you tell me, some persons have written AS over there on the chat box. What is the correct, like whose symbol is this AS? Whose symbol is AS? Astatin is AT. Whose symbol is that AS? Those people who got confused. Yes, arsenic. Right? Okay. Now, the thing is, if at all I say radium, can you tell me for radium? No, Harshit, you have not practiced. Shabana also written, some people are writing radium. You know? I'm asking only those where you can get confused actually, and you are. You know? People are writing RD also. You know? They are themselves doing R&D there for the new element. You know? Some new scientists are there already in this chat group. Unnecessary IUPAC people are breaking their head for, kind of element, their symbol. Yeah, many people, Rakshita, correct. Jacqueline also correct. So radium is Ra. Ra is radium. Okay. Many of you have written Rn. Can you tell me those who have written, those who have written correct Ra for radium, for which element symbol is Rn? Few species got confused here, so kindly help them out. Rn. Correct. Radon. Wonderful. Right? Now, if I ask you about thallium, what is the symbol of thallium? And in which group you have read about it? Lakshmi, that's incorrect, beta. And I think people are writing very fast. Thallium, TL, wonderful. Okay. Now, if I ask you about selenium, what is the symbol? Selenium. Yes, thallium is in group 13. I have asked both in which group it is. Selenium. Selenium is present in which group? Selenium, correct. Everybody has written it correctly. Wonderful. Selenium is Se. That's absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. Group 16. Symbol of fluorine, can you write down? Can you tell me the symbol of fluorine? A very simple one which I've asked you. Fluorine, beta. Harshit, I'm not saying chlorine, I'm saying fluorine. See, somebody got into that, and Shravanti has written FL. One or two people have written FL. The point which I pointed out in the last class, that people still get confused for very, very basic things. So I think those who are getting confused here didn't write it properly. Okay, fine. So it's good to see that majority of you remembered. Now let us go for, see, the thing is, we have finished off group 1, group 2, group 13 to 18. Now we are going for, the thing is, if at all, suppose if I told you, I think if you remember, here I'll just put the heading as modern periodic table. As such, you need not put this because you are continuing in your same notes there. Remember, I've told you that this way, this was how your periodic table is looking like. F block I am not drawing here. So group 1, 2, and then 3 to 12 you are writing. 13 to 18 you are writing here, right? Now in this case, this is first period, second period, like that. Suppose if I ask you to write down the elements, right, according to group wise. So first group, you know, we have written hydrogen, lithium, sodium, and so on. And if at all you do not know exact placement of the elements, where, who, like that particular element is present beside which particular element, then you may start off group 2 unknowingly like this, beryllium starting from here, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and the entire periodic table will become wrong. So for that reason, you must know second period elements horizontally, what are those elements, third period elements, what are them, right? So that you are not playing with the position of the elements here and there, right? So let us learn about that. So I'm going to tell you second period elements horizontally, right? So here this one is second period elements horizontally. And this will be helpful to you. First period only two are there, na? Hydrogen and helium. So you can also remember, hey, helium, right? So in the first period it will be. Now this one is lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. And to remember this, I'll tell you a very small story so that you remember, okay? Now the thing is, second period means you can think of like a cartoon character whom I'm talking about. How many of you know the cartoon character Chota Bheem? Do we know or not? And you can also remember second period. That means second class student definitely might be watching all those Augie the Cockroach and Bheem, Chota Bheem, Tom and Jerry and all those stuff, right? So we know Chota Bheem, right? Now the thing is, imagine that I'm just telling you a small story. So imagine that Chota Bheem is there. He wants to purchase a car, right? So when Bheem itself is smaller, so in that case, definitely he need to buy a smaller car, right? So the smallest car in Indian markets is actually your Nano. Now though it is not available, but earlier it was Nano, right? But the problem with Bheem is, even though he's small, right, he wants his car to be noticed because he cannot, you know, kind of have a bigger car because he will not be able to drive. So what he wants, basically, he wants to purchase a small car according to his size, but he wants people to notice him, right? And noticing him will be possible. See, the thing is, when the things are small, On the road, your eyes neglect them, right? But if at all something is flashy in color, then definitely our eyes go there, right? So what he did, he thought, let me buy a smallest possible car. But the thing is, I'll choose such a color by which people will be, kind of able to kind of see me, notice me, right? So the thing is, he selected basically neon color car. If you remember, in a few years back, there were like fluorescent colors which were very much prevalent in market, right? They were becoming trendy. Nowadays, people are not using. People used to, kind of wear fluorescent neon color clothes, right? Even certain vehicles of that color. So they were so flashy that it used to catch the attention of people. So that's what is the mnemonic here. So I'm writing, this is Little Beam bought car. Which car? Nano. Of which color? Neon color. Color I am writing in brackets. Getting it? Please note it down and let me know if it is done there. Then we proceed to the next one. Done here? Subhashini. I think many of you might be knowing also because I've given you this mnemonic earlier, but maybe few students are new there. So again, my concern is I'm not imposing any kind of mnemonic on you. If you are having a better version of it, go ahead with that. Ultimately, you should remember the elements, right? Their positioning, how they are placed one below the other, how they are placed beside each other, right? And that one definitely you'll realize the importance of it, whatever I'm saying, when you are going for, kind of when you are going to read about the variation in the properties, right? That will really help you out. Okay, now let us go for the next one here. Third period elements horizontally. Now here I am writing the elements. Right? Now the thing is, to remember this, you can have, kind of imagine that you and your friend are there, right? And suppose you are, kind of, everybody has watched this Arjun Reddy movie. Everyone has watched it. I think few people are using this platform for chatting here and there, right? Shivmani is there, Varshini is there, hi-bye is going on. And better pay attention. Otherwise, be offline. When you are attending something, please attend wholeheartedly. That's what is my request here. At least do not play with your future. That's the minimum, least thing which we can do for our life. Now the thing is, everyone has watched this movie, Arjun Reddy. I think majority of you might have watched, right? And I'm talking about original movie there. Now the thing is, who is the actor over there? This kind of question comes in need, then to wonderful. That day only is remaining. Vijay is there, right? Now the thing is, suppose you are there, you are Vijay fan, right? And suppose other friend of you, like your friend is Nani fan, right? So you are boasting, after watching that movie, did you see his acting? It was superb, right? He just, kind of broke all the records. But the thing is, you are Nani fan. So you just, kind of, in a sarcastic way, you said that basically, if at all a remake is made of the same Arjun Reddy movie, then Nani, who is a megastar, he is going to have much super classy role what Vijay played. So that's what is the mnemonic here, right? So we are going to write down here, Nani, megastar, all set to play super classy role in Arjun Reddy movie. Note it down, then we'll proceed further. Note it down. So in that way, you'll be having your S block, P block, and basically second period and third period, so that at least your whatever periodic table you are making, that is table over there, the elements are not going above and below somewhere. Everything is in sync there. Finished? Shall we proceed further? If you are done, then just write down done or thumbs up there, so that we can come to know. Yes? Okay. Now the thing is, we are going for D block elements. And in D block elements, we are going for 3D series, 4D series, 5D series, right? Now tell me, when I say 3D series element, now tell me one thing, does 2D exist kya? Does 2D exist? No, it won't, right? For when I say 2D, that means what? Value of n is 2. So what is the possible value of L? Possible value of L, I hope everyone is having that basic idea of the quantum numbers there. There are 4 quantum numbers there. So the value of L will be 0 to n minus 1. So it is 0 and 1. And when L value is 0, it signifies S subshell. And 1, so it signifies P subshell. So you do not have 2D, right? That's the reason you are not having kind of 2D series. You will be having from third, n equal to 3. You will be having L equal to 0, 1, 2, S, P, D. Right? 3D series exist. Okay. Now the thing is, this 3D series will be starting, you'll be writing this in 4th period. Right? You'll be writing that in 4th period, 4S, and after that 3D gets filled up. It is because of, kind of those energy filling order will be there, Aufbau principle and all those things. From there it is. Okay. Now I'm writing the elements here. Now the thing is, these elements, this one is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, then you are having iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. They all are 3D series element. Now the thing is, to remember this, there is a very small story. How many of you know Sachin Tendulkar? How many of you know Sachin Tendulkar? I don't think there should be anyone who doesn't know him. Even though I know that few of you may not watch cricket or follow cricket that much, but still we will be knowing, right? Everybody knows, right? He is Master Blaster, right? And all of you know that he comes from a very humble background and he started off, kind of playing cricket from a very young age, probably from 4 years or so, right? Now the thing is, he understands that, kind of taking up cricket in India is a little bit a costly affair, right? It takes a huge amount of your time as well as finances also required, right? So he understands because he himself has struggled through it, okay? Now, when he has got established, right, he has made his name by his hard work. Everyone knows him, everyone respects him. So he has opened his academy, cricket academy, right? Now, the thing is, there is one more person here in this particular story, which is Nikki. Okay. So Nikki is having her cousin, who is also very young, maybe 5 or 6 years. Now the thing is, Sachin Tendulkar happens to kind of that Nikki cousin happens to play in kind of Sachin Tendulkar's cricket academy. Now the thing is, Nikki somehow, kind of contacted Sachin Tendulkar and explained that, this boy is very talented. You must come and watch his game and support him, right? So the thing is, he said, okay, I'll see. And he agrees to, kind of watch his game. And definitely he is impressed because he was able to see himself in that particular boy. And this Sachin Tendulkar, he is also very kind-hearted person. So he said, okay, I'll, kind of finance his, I'll support him financially through his cricketing journey, right? So when people came to know about him, they started saying, people are very good at criticizing others. So they simply said, Sachin Tendulkar is a very crazy man. How come he is, kind of giving free coaching to Nikki's cousin, right? So that's what is the story here. So I'm going to write it down here. Sachin Tendulkar, very crazy man, free coaching to Nikki's cousin. And here I'm not writing the symbol or else name of the elements which you already know. These are very common, right? This is scandium as such. Scandium, few I'll write down. This is titanium. Then you are having vanadium, chromium. You are having here manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. Kiran Sai. What is your question? You want any sir to come and teach you? I think maybe you are the you are attending the class for the first time. I have given the intro earlier itself, right? That I'll be teaching you track 2 this time. And we are learning only, है ना? Are we done writing with us? Then we'll proceed towards 4D series over here. Okay. Now, when it comes to 4D series, I'm writing the elements first. Now, this actually revolves around, to remember this, or else the elements which are there here, this is, kindly write down if at all you know the symbol of this element. What is the name of this element? I have written the symbol. Y. Y stands for? Write down if you know the name of the element here. First one, yttrium. Wonderful. And I hope you people are not sitting with your periodic table open there. है ना? Because you people are sitting there and I'm not able to watch out. So at least be honest there. Zr for? Yttrium is done. After that, zirconium. Wonderful. After that, Nb, niobium. Nb, niobium. After that, zirconium is done, beta. Niobium, not niobium is done. Then Mo, molybdenum, correct. Tc, technetium, wonderful. Then RU, ruthenium, wonderful. RH, RH, somebody is writing radon. Arey, where with a radon we are done RN. RH. After ruthenium, it is RH. RH is for rhodium. Wonderful. After that, after rhodium, palladium. After that, silver. And after that, after silver, cadmium. Good. So the thing is, I am writing here the elements which you have told me. This is yttrium. Then you are having zirconium. Then you are having here niobium. Then we are having here molybdenum. Then you are having here technetium. This one is ruthenium. Then rhodium. Then palladium. And then silver. And then comes cadmium. Right? Now the thing is to remember these elements horizontally. I'll tell you a very small story. Right? Now the thing is there are two animals involved here. One is zebra, another one is rhino. Right? And the thing is these two are quite opposite in their nature. Zebra is, kind of very calm animal there, minding his own business. Whereas rhino, which is there, it is very, very, kind of rude, you can think, or else, can be very aggressive, right? So the thing is, here there are two characters which we are dealing with. One is zebra, another one is rhino, okay? Now, what you are saying to your friend is, in your sci-fi world, anything is possible. In our imagination, we can do anything, right? So imagine that, you are trying to write some story, or else in your mind, some kind of thought came up and you are telling your friend, yeah, technically though I cannot convert zebra into rhino, right? Technically in the sense it is not feasible. But what in my imaginary world, in my sci-fi world, what if I can convert this zebra into rhino, but I need to do something. I need to, kind of say how I converted that, or in my imagination how I did that. Now the thing is, imagine, if at all you feed, if at all you eat sometime which doesn't, if you eat some food which does not suit you, so you start behaving oddly, right? So same thing happens here also. You want to have your zebra converted technically into rhino, which is more aggressive, more rude. So what you are trying to say, you are saying that in my imaginary world, I thought that I have feeded this particular zebra some silver Cadbury. Normally Cadbury will be there now. So the thing is, you have given not a normal chocolate, but silver wrapped Cadbury, and because of that, zebra started behaving, weirdly like rhino. That's what is the story here, right? So we are going to write the same thing over here. Yes, zebra not be molded. This is not molded technically into rude rhino provided silver Cadbury. Or else in place of not, you can write down zebra never be. And if you want to make some sense to the statement, you can just write down can in the bracket. So you are telling, yes, zebra can never be molded technically into rude rhino unless what do you provide to that zebra? Silver Cadbury. Yes, Rani K, absolutely fine, beta. Finish writing this, then we'll proceed to the 5D series. Are we done writing? Let me know. Okay, fine. Next is 5D series. I'm writing the elements now. Now, can you tell me what are the names of these elements? I'll tell you the mnemonic later on. Need not worry. You tell me the symbol I have written. You have to tell me the name. LA for lanthanum. Very good. Next. Hafnium. Very good. And one Divya is answering to another Divya. Then tantalum. Hasani is there. Correct. Yashashwini. Then tungsten. After that, tungsten is there. What is the Latin name of it? Wolfram. Correct. Wolfram. Then Re stands for rhenium. Correct. OS is for osmium. Correct. Good. After that, IR is for iridium. Wonderful. After that, PT. PT is for platinum. Wonderful. After that, AU. Gold. What about HG? Mercury. Okay. So I'm just going to write down the name here. This is lanthanum, hafnium, then tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, then osmium, iridium, platinum, gold, and mercury. For gold, symbol is AU. Can you tell me the Latin name here? For gold, I think Vaishnavi has already written for mercury, that is hydrogenum, aurum. Absolutely correct, right? Now the thing is, again, to remember this 5D series, I'll tell you a small story. Do remember that, okay? Now, there was a very notorious or infamous terrorist known as Osama bin Laden, right? And definitely for these kind of criminals, they'll be having their own gangs, okay? And definitely when like criminal is there, definitely they'll be having lots and lots of money which is illegally earned. And definitely when it comes to money, they may stock up gold also, okay? Now, you are like, suppose, imagine yourself, not Osama is there, you are against Osama, okay? Now the thing is, you want to actually, your mission is to destroy Osama or else at least destroy his wealth so that he can stop his terrorist activities, okay? So anyhow, kind of you are playing some undercover, right? And you get involved as one of the gang member there, okay? Now the thing is, one particular evening, Osama is having dinner with all his gang members, and suddenly, you kind of, he was just mockingly saying that, it's very rare to find a woman who doesn't speak much these days, and it's very, very rare phenomena. And you took advantage of this scenario. You were there in that gang having dinner. So you said, no, I can search. I can bet with you, right? So then he said, then he was like, he started laughing. He said, no, not possible at all. Why to waste things? So he said, no, I can bet with you. So he said, okay, you are betting on what? So you, being a good person who wants to destroy his wealth there, you say that if at all I search such kind of women who doesn't speak much or who is talking half or something like that, speaking half means less speaking, right? And which is a very rare case scenario. That doesn't mean that such kind of people do not exist, okay? I'm not generalizing anything. Please do not take anything personally, okay? So the thing is, he says that I'll search, and if at all I search, you have to put all of the gold which is getting stocked up in one room, right, into mercury. That means a more precious metal has to be, kind of thrown away with mercury, something like that. You are trying to waste it. So Osama says, okay, fine. He was overconfident. Okay, anyhow, how he'll search. And he said, okay, fine, go ahead, right? So you start searching with the other gang members. And after a few months of search, you were having, kind of tea or coffee at some cafe in some part of the world. And you observed a very peculiar thing that in a bunch of, kind of females, there was one female who wasn't speaking much. Very rarely she was speaking, right? You got excited. You were observing from few days actually, right? You are coming to the same cafe, right? Then you basically called up in excitation mode, you called up Osama, right? That, I discovered, you remember the bet which we have made, and I discovered such kind of women now, right? So he said it is not possible. Osama says it is not possible. He said, no, it is possible. Now, as promised, you are supposed to put all your gold, whatever you have, into that mercury and destroy it, right? Imagine like that, you have to do it, right? So the thing is, what will be the reaction of Osama? What will be the reaction of Osama? He was an overconfident guy who was flying in air, cloud 9, that it is not possible. So Osama will definitely get irritated because he has to destroy whatever gold he is having, right? So that's what here it is. So we'll write down latest half talking women researched. So Osama irritated and put gold into mercury. Here we are just trying to say that whatever precious metal was there, that has to be destroyed. No, this is not any novel, beta. It is my own creation. Yeah, ma'am, which novel? No novel here. Shall we proceed to the next one now, if at all you have written? Yes? Okay. Now the thing is, I have given you for 3D series, 4D series, 5D series. I am not going to give you for 6D series, which will be coming in the 7th period. In fact, we have not mentioned in which period it is coming. 4D series, you will be writing this in 5th period. Then you are having 5D series in the 6th period. Now I am going to give you entire mnemonic of the 7th period because that will be making some more logical sense there. I am not giving only for 6D series. Are you getting it? Right? So the thing is here, 7th period elements horizontally. And if you remember the 7th period element, it starts off with francium, then radium. Okay. Now here you remember one thing, that basically there is remember that in earlier days people didn't have the kind of entertainment source which we are having today. There were no televisions also, so earlier it was only radio, right? So whatever news or whatever entertainment, right, they used to listen through radio. Okay, so the same thing here, but not in India. The way we are having our radio FM, the same way there is a radio channel in France and we are calling it as French radio, right, or French radio FM. Now the thing is, on that French radio FM, there are two news, which is doing rounds over there, right? First one I am telling you, and after that, the thing is, this entire 7th period is broken into two mnemonics here, right? Two combined, two news which are doing rounds on that French radio FM. Okay. So the thing is, first one is about the scientist Rutherford. Okay. Now the thing is, what we know is, or what our imagination normally is, that if at all a person is scientist, right? So we just think that that person will be very nerdy, always into, kind of books, researching something day and night. There is nothing goes other than that in their life, but we are wrong, right? They can be creative people as well. So similarly, someone observed that Rutherford has actually dubbed a song, right? Somebody overheard him, right? So he has dubbed a song, but where he has dubbed it, there is a metro station at Darmstadtium. So behind his metro, where this metro is at Darmstadtium, so he has basically dubbed the song there. So this news was, kind of very, very, little bit different from the mainstream. So it was doing rounds on the radio FM. So we are going to write that only. So French radio, what they are saying, actually Rutherford dubbed a song behind his metro in Darmstadtium. And the thing is, Rutherfordium is 104, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Darmstadtium is 110. This is 104. Okay, not 111, right? So the thing is, what are the name of the elements here? Do we know? This one is francium. This one is radium. AC is for? Can you tell me AC is for? Actinium. RF is for? RF is for Rutherfordium, correct? DB is for DB. Vamsi, that is the older name you are telling me. The final name you should tell me, because from there the symbol has arisen. Na? DB is dubnium, Sg is seaborgium, Bh is BH, name of a scientist, borium, wonderful. Then HS, hassium, wonderful. Then MT, meitnerium, MT is meitnerium. DS is Darmstadtium. So I'm going to write down first the names here. This one, francium, radium, actinium, Rutherfordium, dubnium, seaborgium. Then you are having here borium, hassium, then meitnerium, and this is Darmstadtium. And I'll write down the mnemonic now. So here this is French radio. In fact, I'm writing in bracket FM. What they are playing, there are two news here. Actually, Rutherford dubbed song, where he dubbed it behind his metro. And where is the metro? Behind his metro in Darmstadtium. I didn't change the name of this place here. It is Darmstadtium so that you can relate to it. This is one such news, okay? And you can remember Darmstadtium should get 10 here. In Hindi, 10 is das, right? Padi in Telugu. So the thing is, you are having here das name coming here, at least similar to that, okay? So Darmstadtium, 10 should come there. It is not yet over here. This is just the end of one news here, right? I told you 7th period elements will be there, na, entire, all 18 elements, okay? Now the thing is, next news which is doing around there is actually of all. Do you people know about Roger Federer? Roger Federer. He is most famous personality in tennis, right? A legend. Okay. Now the thing is, he just plays it like pro. Okay. Now the thing is, here, normally when I ask you people in India, normally what we observe, our daily morning routines will be that we cannot do without, kind of tea or coffee. Maybe in South more prevalent is coffee, and maybe in North it's more prevalent or more common to find people, they cannot do without their tea, right? Now what you are doing, normally we as people, what we are doing, we are just commenting like that, sitting, and we are saying, poor Roger Federer, he cannot have ever, he may be world number 1, but poor fellow, he has never tasted chai. And what is the reason you people are giving? That poor fellow is not staying in India, he is living in Tennessee, some other part of the world. That's the reason he is not able to enjoy that masala chai, as if being number 1 has not satisfied him, and the only unsatisfactory thing which has remained left out in his life is not tasting tea, right? So you are, kind of, gossip can come from any place, any part of the world there. So that's what is here. So I'm writing, this element is Roger can never have flavor of masala chai as he lives in Tennessee. Oh God. And here it should be 111, right? So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? Now here RJ, I do not expect people to know the names here because they are very less commonly used. So I am telling you, this is Rheintegenium, this is Copernicium, this is Nihonium, this one is Flerovium, this one is Moscovium, this one is Livermorium, this one is Tennessee, and this one is Oganesson, right? So the thing is, I am writing the name of the elements here. Rheintegenium, then you are having Copernicium, then Nihonium, you are having Flerovium, then you are having Moscovium, then you are having here Livermorium, this is Tennessee, INE is silent there, Oganesson. I'll write down the mnemonic also. So like with this, your 7th period is done. So I'm writing here Roger, and you can remember Roger, 111 here. First one, you can imagine that in a city he is top player, then at the state level, then basically in the whole world you can think of, right? So number 1 player can never have, you are having NH symbol from here, flavor, can never have flavor of what? Masala chai. Okay, MC. Why? As he lives in Tennessee, and you are saying, oh God, है ना? Poor fellow, OG. Right? So the thing is, majority of the mnemonic which is required for the periodic table is done. There is still, kind of 10 to 15 minutes roll more there, right? That is how to remember the D block elements vertically down. So what I want from you in the next class, you can write down 3D series, 4D series, 5D series, 6D series elements one below the other by leaving one line space, so that we can quickly write down the mnemonic and then we can continue with the next part of the lecture there, right? I hope everyone has understood, and make sure that you are kind of writing down and practicing the thing. That is very, very important. Okay. I hope it is clearly understood by everyone. Please practice this. Nothing is impossible there. But the thing is, these are small stepping stone and you must have the knowledge of these elements there, right? So thank you and have a nice day.